Hi everyone, this is Melissa from youfitnow.com, and I'm here today to show everyone how to use one of these. This is a foam roller, and what you do with a foam roller is called self-myofascial release. And myofascial release could be all sorts of different things. Shiatsu and massage and acupuncture, those are all considered myofascial release. And basically fascia is connective tissue that's throughout the body, and it wraps around everything. It's kind of like thin and elastic kind of tissue. It wraps around muscles. So when you're getting a massage or you're foam rolling, you're really working on the fascia. It's not so much the muscle. It's kind of a misconception that I think a lot of people have. But you're actually working on the fascia. So it's called self-myofascial release. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to use this with different parts of the body. And so just to start out, this one is black, and it's about half the length of a normal or a regular size. They have longer ones, and with those you can do different things. You can use it actually for exercises as well. So they're pretty awesome too. But this one's a little bit more portable, and if what you're just using it for is SMR, then this is fine. But the black ones tend to be more dense, so you're going to get a lot more pressure. So you can tell, like you can see, there's not a lot of give there. Where the white ones, I don't have a white one with me, but the white ones that you'll see, they're a lot softer. So I usually recommend to my clients who are just beginning to start off with the white ones, because you just want to ease into it. You want to give your body a chance to get used to it. So the other thing that's important is that a lot of times, I'm just going to move the camera real quick. A lot of times you'll see people at the gym or wherever. You'll see them and they're on their foam rollers, right? And they're doing this thing where they're just kind of like, surfing on it. They're surfing out in the ocean, surfing. That's incorrect. When you do that, you're not targeting the muscles correctly. Like what you really want to do is you want to give your body time to release the fascia, to release the muscle. So it takes your body 30 seconds to get the message. It takes 30 seconds for your brain to go, oh, it's time to let go of this muscle. So it's really important to find a spot and then sit on it for 30 seconds. And in that 30 seconds, you find a happy place and you stay there. So finding a spot, what does that mean? So let me show you. So let's say we're doing the calves. Let's start with the calves. Okay? Calves are a great one. You never know that your calves are sore really until you start doing this, and then you realize how sore they are. So with the calves, you would start near your ankle. And so I'm doing double leg, you can see that. All right? And sometimes I like to start and just kind of roll a little bit on my Achilles, because that feels nice. Now, I'm not releasing anything, but it just feels good. It's just kind of an indulgence I give myself. And then after that, what you want to do is you want to just start rolling really slowly, not very fast, slowly, and then you just wait. You might feel some pressure, and then all of a sudden, bam, like right there. I can feel tightness throughout my muscle group, and I can feel a lot of pressure and a little bit of discomfort. It's not like it's painful, but yeah, it's noticeable that there's something there. Now notice I'm lifting my butt off the ground because for me, I need a little bit more pressure. So I've got the black foam roller and I've got a little bit more pressure. If you want even more pressure, you can do single legs. So you put one leg on top of the other and then lift up. So this is like the ultimate. The ultimate. Okay. So you find a spot and you sit on it and you count 30 seconds. And you just give it time. There's something called a GTO organ. So the GTO organ is the Golgi tendon organ, and that organ needs time. It needs 30 seconds in order for it to understand, for the signal to be sent to the brain, and for it to come back and say, "Oh, time to let go, muscle." So that's why it's very important. Otherwise, you're just kind of rolling around. I mean, it's fun, but it's not going to do the thing you want it to do. So start at the ankles, work your way up, and then You can even get behind the knees a little. There's, there's all sorts of, oh yeah, these little muscles back there, it's like you don't get those a lot. So get back there. The other, one main point I want to share with you is don't ever roll on bone. So, like, don't roll on your knees, and don't roll on your hips. Right up here where there's like, the bone, the hip bone. Don't roll on that. You don't ever want to roll on bone. That's not going to do anything, and it's not good for you. Okay? Okay, so that's the calves. So let's do something else. So let's say we're going to do our quads. So we'll turn over. Okay. All right, so this one I'm going to start up near my hips. So kind of right below, I'd say right even with my my pubic bone there. And then you just do the same thing. And the thing that I always tell my clients is watch your form when you're doing this. If you're doing this multiple times a week, you're teaching your body what's right and what's wrong. And so you just want to be aware, is your neck being like this, and you turn your head to the side, is your back sinking down? You want to try to, maintain that while you're doing this, just like you would in exercise. So I'm slowly rolling down. I'm walking out with my elbows, and then I find a spot. And I'm just going to sit on it for 30 seconds and let it release. And a lot of times you can feel it. You can actually feel it releasing. So the muscle, you'll feel it. Yeah, it'll actually release in your body, and it's a pretty neat feeling. And it feels amazing when you're done. It's so amazing. Okay, last but not least, I'll show you the IT band. Okay, so the IT band is it's a mammoth sheet of myofascial tissue, and it runs from here all the way down to your knee. So it goes across the hip and the knee. And this one's a really common one for runners to be really tight. Runners, even some cyclists sometimes. There's a time when I was cycling pretty much 5 days a week, commuting to and from work, and I had to do that every day because it was really tight. So iliotibial band, because ilium and the tibia, so that it runs and connects to both. So iliotibial band. The IT band is a great one to roll out. You will start noticing a difference pretty much right away with this one, Start rolling this out, do it for a week, and you'll notice a difference immediately. Okay, so you can see I'm not right up on my hip because, again, we don't want to be on bone. And I got good form. I hope so. And then I'll just kind of show you my feet. So I do kind of a scissors thing here. So I've got, see my back leg here, and then this one's in front. So that gives me a little bit of stability while I'm in this position. Otherwise it can be a little bit shaky, a little unstable. If you want more pressure, then you put your leg up here. And that'll, put a little bit more pressure. Gravity helps out with that one. So starting near the hip, not on bone, and then you just work your way down. If you start to feel it's kind of painful, it's a little too painful, you can come up here and kind of lift your hip up. You can kind of lift a bit. And in this position too, I kind of go back and forth. I'll go back and forth between this and then up here, just because there's some fatigue in the shoulder here, especially if you've done a workout and you've really worked that part of your body. So yeah, same thing. You just roll it on down, find a spot, 30 seconds, let it sit. And then just keep going and repeat. And so you want to go all the way down as close to your knees you can get without being on bone. I don't know if you can see that. And with this one you can kind of move it around a little bit too, but really it's just along the side of the leg there. And with each of these, like with the calves, you can roll it. Like go to this side, go to this side. Do a single leg, go to that side, then roll to this side. And each time, I'm going to stress again, you want to let it sit for 30 seconds. So, and I know I'm kind of going faster, but it's just because I just don't want to waste your time. So, you want to find a spot, sit for 30 seconds, let it release. I recommend at least 2 or 3 spots. If you're doing the calves, 2 or 3 spots on each side. So hopefully that's helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Again, my name is Melissa Levi, and check out youfitnow.com for more information on my online personal training.